With Johannesburg Mayor Herman Mashaba. Good afternoon, Mahlako, once again. Can you just tell us, before you speak to the mayor, just what is happening there at the moment?
Well, we are indeed still out here at Eden Park. We are seeing a lot of people coming in, especially community members, just coming to pay their respect to the Klaasen family as well. And we also, just behind me as well, there's a whole lot of family that have been here since we've arrived. Another person that has indeed arrived, as you earlier mentioned, is Johannesburg Mayor, Mr. Herman Mashaba, as well as renowned singer, Miss Mahlako. They also are here to pay their respect to Klaasen. I'll just ask Mayor Mahlako, can you just please tell us, I know that you have a very close relationship, Mam Tandi, you were one of the first people to know of her passing. How has this affected you? More so the industry. What has the industry lost?
I think we've lost education, because Sis Thandi was like a book. I'll speak for myself and probably most of the artists of my generation. We have learned so much from Sis Thandi. I used to look up to her since as I was a kid. When I grew up, I've heard of Sis Thandi, of Miriam Makeba, of Dorothy Masuku, Dolly Rateb, and those people, I looked up to them, and I was lucky that for many years that we kept in touch with Sis Thandi. We've never lost touch with Sis Thandi. And when she started to become ill, it was heartbreaking to see her not her vibrant self. I remember the last time we were at an event, we were unveiling Sis Dolly Ratebe's tombstone. And she was there, although she was struggling to walk and things, but she was there. It was difficult for her to speak, adequately, but she was there. And that was encouraging for me to keep seeing her. And the past few days, the past few weeks, especially last year towards the end of the year, she was deteriorating. And, we were very much in touch with Lorraine, even though she was overseas. Every time she'd send messages, oh, Sis Mara, please go and check on Ma. Then I'd make a plan to come and see Sis Thandi. And we just carried on, trying to take care, just trying to make sure that she, at least we are smaller, she could see us every now and then. And the last time I saw her was just 2 days before New Year's Eve. I thought, no, I have to go and say Happy New Year to Sis Thandi before New Year's Eve. It was on a Thursday. I rushed over there, and I didn't like what I saw, because I know Sis Thandi, very vibrant, always like, who's it? And suddenly she was not in the right space. And, as a praying woman, I just prayed. I said, Lord, please, can you get Sis Thandi out of this space? We need to pray for her to get well. Every time you see someone ill like that, you're always hoping. You never are ready to say, no, she's gone. You're always hoping that, she's going to get better. Although you can see that, this now is up to God. So all I can say is we are very sad. We have lost someone who should have still had a few more years, just to help bring up the younger generation to learn more about her style of music, our style of music, her music, jazz, and how the younger generation don't probably even know who Thandi Klaasen is. But I hope they will learn. We need to have books written about Sis Thandi. We need to have schools learning about our history, the history of the legends. And I'm very sorry that Sis Thandi has left us. For me, it was too soon. I know 85, she's had good innings, but, hey, you're always hoping, that we can look up to.
And Mr. Mashaba, thank you so much. Can you just please tell us, we saw that you're also here just to pay your respects to the family. Can you just briefly take us through your visit and your chat with the family?
Well, I think what happened, my wife went to see her last Sunday. I had other engagements, so I couldn't go to hospital. And coming back to give me the report back, I was actually quite saddened by this, because over the years, Kone and I would always come and visit her and give the report back to Lorraine overseas. And some few years ago, Kone and I had the privilege to have time with her in Lorraine in Canada, and that's how actually our relationship actually got even stronger. But I think as South Africans, we need to really be grateful of the role that Sistandi played on this country's arts industry, because arts is such a crucial part of actually building any society. It is for that reason, a few years ago, as I said, we bump into each other in Canada with Hugh Masekela playing there. People from all over the world meeting in places like this. And I think, fortunate enough, Sistandi, for us as South Africa, we are blessed with a presence, 85, 86 years. I think we let us be grateful and actually respect the role that she's played. And so we're here to the family to let them know that they're not the only ones who've lost. South Africa's lost and a legend, and actually the world, because I think Sistandi over the years has had an opportunity to play at an international level during the dark days of this country's history. I would really sit with her to have a drink, relate to her experiences during the apartheid days. Actually, some of the events before myself I was born. It was a pleasure to have had someone like that, someone who have positively touched most of our lives. And so the family, as we are here to say to them, as South Africans, this has touched us, and we're here for you, and we appreciate the role that your mum or your sister has played also in our lives.
Thank you, Obriel. As you have heard, the role that Umetandi actually has played in the music industry, in the South African jazz industry, I think she's in her own lane. We not comparable to anybody, but I think we will be seeing more people coming through here, more prominent faces, just to come to say to the family that and also just to let them know that South Africa as a whole is also with them, and this is a loss for the whole country. Back to you.
And many thanks once again to my colleague there, Mahlako, Komane, coming to us live from